The House is resumed. Kia ora tātou, no reira te whare, inga iwi, inga rio, inga hawe wha, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora. Honourable members, prior to the break for the dinner adjournment, the Honourable Member, or the Honourable Marianne Street, had the floor, and she was addressing us on the first reading of the Housing Accords and Special Housing Areas Bill, and I think she has 4 minutes remaining.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. Tēnā koe. Mr Speaker, before the dinner break, I was railing against this government's budget being its fifth and its first only to consider affordable housing. And the reason for that being that the government has taken fright, even 18 months out from the next election, because the Labour Party has announced a constructive solution to housing affordability, which people have responded to very warmly. And because of that, the government has been spooked into action. In fact, Mr Speaker, I would be grateful if the government had been spooked into action, but all it's got here in this bill is an accord that it can run with local authorities or the Auckland City Council, and it says that qualifying developments, building developments, may be required to include affordable housing or may give consideration to affordable housing. Mr Speaker, if this government cared about housing affordability, why did they axe the previously existing legislation, which was stronger than this is, but address the issue of local authorities and their ability to provide affordable housing? Why, if they care suddenly about affordable housing, did they axe Labour's shared equity program? Why, if they care about affordable housing, did they scale back the Welcome Home Loans program? Why, if they care about affordable housing, have they axed their own Gateway program? Mr Speaker, why, if they cared about affordable housing, did they axe the Hobsonville project? The Hobsonville project, which was to deliver 3,000 houses, 500 only of which would be social housing, 500 would be modest, affordable houses for first home buyers, and the other 2,000, how many do they want, Mr Speaker? The other 2,000 would be for private purchase. So there could be a range of houses of different kinds of affordability that could have been built there, but no, the Prime Minister said no state houses in my backyard. Mr Speaker, he called it economic vandalism. This government has come very late to the stage of providing affordable housing. They say we need to expand the metropolitan urban limits and we also need to do density, more dense housing. Well, that has been known for the last 5 years. That has been on the program for the last 5 years. Why have they just awoken to it now? Mr Speaker, we will support this bill to the first reading only because we care about affordable housing, not because we think this provides any answers. But the other reason I wanted to go to Select Committee, Mr Speaker, is because it has RMA implications, and I do not trust this government where the Resource Management Act is concerned, and that deserves close scrutiny. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
I call the Honourable Member Alfred Nara.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Kia ora, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, I stand and rise